Hey guys, today we are going to talk about solutioning. How do we find a solution? So, there are four stages. I'll talk about those four stages and then I'll talk about three more tips which are useful when you are trying to do some kind of solutioning. So, let's get into it. So, generally, what happens is when you face a problem, when a problem statement is thrown at you that you know what, we will do this and we will have this problem XYZ. What we come up with is you know what we'll do, we'll give them a checkbox and probably a radio button, and then below that there's a blah blah blah, one drop down, maybe this will solve the problem. Or maybe in the back end, what we'll do is we'll make a call to that service and we'll split it here and something, right? From the problem, we jump to the solution. That's not a good idea. We can do that, but first we need to learn the process of getting into a solution. So there are four pieces. First one is the problem. The problem is the problem statement which is given to you. You need to know it properly, that what that problem is saying. Next stage is about the untold and the unseen. What is untold and unseen? Untold and unseen is the part which is not told in the problem and which is not today's requirement, maybe, or maybe the boundary cases, right? So you need to think little beyond the problem, that what can happen in this problem which can change or which can impact the problem intensity, the problem statement, or probably add more to this problem, right? So we need to think more about the problem. That is the second stage. And these two stages, these two stages, we must never think about a solution. We only need to think on the problem. And these two stages combined, you can call it as the problem domain. Next comes the solution domain. In the solution domain, you have the third stage, which is the solutioning, where you come up with a solution for the problem plus the unseen, untold you have observed. Okay, now you have the problem plus a lot. Now you can come up with a solution. That is your solution. That is the stage 3. Now in most of the cases, unless you are genius, the first solution is never the proper solution. There can be a better solution than the first solution. So you need to think about more solutions and what can be done better in various solutions. And then you need to compare those solutions and choose the best possible solution out of those options which you have worked upon. So the fourth stage is comparing your solution, finding out more solution, comparing them and then choosing one of them, which is the best solution. So these are the four stages: the question, the untold, unseen, the solution, and the solution comparison. First two are the problem domain, second two are the solution domain. When you start doing it, your mind would first say, the moment question comes, you will jump into the solution domain. Then you will come back to the problem domain, again going into the solution domain. This should not happen. You should stop your mind, control your mind, and train your mind not to do so. You need to follow these steps. It is difficult. Trust me, it is difficult. But you need to do it. And when you do it multiple times, then it gets into your muscle memory. When given a problem, you will immediately start thinking about the untold, unseen, and then you will think about a solution, multiple solutions, start comparing. It will get into your muscle memory. And that is what is required. Now this is about getting a solution. Now as I told you, I'll give you 3 tips. So these 3 tips are this. What is optimized solution? There's nothing called a best solution. This is optimized solution. So what is the best solution? Best solution is when everything is good, awesome, perfectly well. Nothing is perfectly well, awesome in practical world. Okay. Unless you are free to do in your free to doable time, you have unlimited time, unlimited resource, you can do something really awesome. But till the time you spend all this time, your business opportunity is gone probably. But what is what is the optimal solution? The optimal solution is the best solution you can find out with the resource and time you have. Okay, and when I say resource is money, resource is skill, resource is people with you. Okay, so all these things are resources, and the time you have. You probably have a capacity to build a Taj Mahal, but if you are asked to deliver something in next 2 weeks, you should not plan for Taj Mahal. So the best solution with the limited resource and time which we have is the optimal solution. That is one thing we need to take care of. And we need to know one more thing. When we choose a solution, what is the best solution among whatever we have? The one for which the consequences are least. So each solution will have its own consequences, but you need to find out a solution for which you can live with the consequences. The consequences are not hitting you hard. The least consequential solution is probably the best solution. Okay, and it is not only in software, in the life. The least consequential solution is the best solution. You need to look into the consequences. That's it. Okay, all the solutions are good. Consequences are the thing which we can tolerate or not tolerate. Okay. Now next part is the analysis paralysis. This is when you start getting into the stage 4 too many times. You are trying to find out what else can be more optimal. You'll get stuck. Let's do this, let's do that. Don't do that. If you're getting into that, if you're feeling this, that you are looped into that stage is called analysis paralysis. You need to stop. You need to tell yourself that whatever we have, we need to find one out of them. Okay, and the third and last tip is the futuristic solution. So when we look into the stage 4, we try to look into the future and try to get a solution which is not only for today but also for tomorrow. Okay, but don't try to think of day after tomorrow and day after that and day after that. You don't need to be that futuristic, because what will happen, whatsoever you have planned and thought about, when it hits the actual ground, you get a different feedback and you need to change it. So why would you change the work which you have done for say 1 year planning? You should not. You plan it for say next 3 months, 6 months kind of situation. Don't have a too much futuristic solution. It's practically, it does not work. Have a little bit extension of your solution. If somebody has said that my system load is 10,000, maybe plan for 1 million, but don't plan for the billion. There's no point. Okay, maybe it is not required, right? So anything, don't extend too much. Be within that limit. So 3 things: optimal solution with the best time and resources with the minimal consequences, analysis paralysis, and the futuristic solution. Don't be too much futuristic. And in the first part, the problem domain and the solution domain. So problem, unseen, untold, solution, comparison. That's it. Thank you guys.